Hey everybody, it's Sharmel. Welcome back to Locs Lux Lifestyle. Welcome back to another video. So if this is your first time here and you enjoy lock content, lifestyle content, and self-help and self-development content, then make sure to hit that subscribe button because I do a little bit of all of that. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in. So today I am back with another lock chat video. So I recently posted a lock Q&A and I was just going over a lot of like basic lock questions that I get or that I see floating around the internet. And in that video, a few of you left some comments and asked if I could do a video going more into detail about like shampoo. What are the best shampoos for locks? Should you or should you not condition your locks? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So let's get right into it. The sun shines on all of my glory. My flaws don't look so bad at all. What was I so afraid of? Per usual, let me do my quick little disclaimer before we get into the nitty-gritty of this video. So I am not a professional. I don't market myself as a professional. Basically, I started my locks myself 2 years ago with very little information, and I'm just sharing things that I have either researched and learned or that I have learned throughout my process through like just trial and error. So my content is more so for the people who are interested in just taking care of their hair, providing for their hair, learning about their hair, and I just want to share some of the things that I have learned along my journey that may be helpful to you. So now let's get into the topic. So when it just comes to overall maintenance and choosing products for your locks, one of the biggest things that I have learned throughout my lock journey is to try to keep it as simple as possible. Early on in my lock journey, I wouldn't say I obsessed over products, but I was definitely one of those people like searching, oh, what to do for this? What should I use for this? What to do for that? And then especially like with locks being very popular right now, I do feel like there are more products coming out like marketed towards locks. But for the most part, when it comes to shampooing your locks, the goal is just to get them clean. I personally don't get too caught up in like specific brands or, you know, all these different buzzwords that they use to market towards like hair and locks. I'm a little bit over 2 years into my lock journey and I still don't have like a preferred or go-to shampoo. Literally is whatever I can get my hands on, honestly. But with that being said, I do think that there are a few things that you should look for when you are choosing a shampoo. Like I mentioned in my other video, naturally locks are just prone to build up whether you use products on your locks or not. So when you're choosing a shampoo, you want something that's really going to penetrate the lock, not just coat the outside of it. You want it to go deep into the lock and just really like break down any buildup that you may or may not have in the inside, and that's really going to clean out the locks. So you always want to make sure you go with like a clarifying shampoo where it says purifying, something that's gonna deep clean my locks. Another thing that I sometimes look for in my shampoos are shampoos that have like tea tree oil in it. This is just more so of like a preference for me. I personally like the way that tea tree oil smells, and I love like that tingling sensation when I wash my hair. But also tea tree oil in general, some of the benefits of tea tree oil include like purifying, it's antibacterial, anti-inflammatory. So I personally like to use products that have tea tree oil just as my preference. I don't think tea tree oil is like a must-have in your lock products, but it's just a preference of mine. So again, when it comes to choosing a shampoo for your locks, I just want to reiterate, just go for something that's clarifying, purifying, and preferably something that has tea tree oil in it. But yeah, with all that being said, I know some people like to still hear specifics. They want to know about specific brands. I have tried a lot of shampoos over these last 2 years. I don't even know all the ones that I tried, but I am going to go over some of the ones that I remember the most and give you guys just kind of my personal opinions on the ones that I can remember or that I have repurchased, and just give you guys my thoughts on some of the shampoos I tried. Alright, so first up is the Dr. Bronner's brand. I feel like Dr. Bronner's is very popular amongst the lock community, especially when I first started my lock journey. I feel like so many people were recommending the Dr. Bronner's brand. So their products come in like a variety of, I was about to say flavors, it's not flavors, but they come in a variety of scents, and I've tried about 3 of them. So I've tried the rose hemp, I've tried the eucalyptus, and I've tried the tea tree oil. So I definitely think that Dr. Bronner's is just like a solid shampoo to use on your locks if you're just looking for something that's accessible, that you can easily get your hands on. I always see them at like Target, Walmart. I think I've seen them in Walgreens. I think I've seen them at my grocery store. So they're usually easy to get your hands on. I do feel like depending on the scent that you get, it does kind of vary on like your results. So I feel like the eucalyptus and the tea tree oil are very similar. They both give you like that tingly sensation, and they definitely clean your locks really well, but I do find that they can be a little drying on the locks. As far as like the hemp rose one, it does not give you like that tingling sensation. It does still clean your locks pretty good, and it's more hydrating. My locks definitely didn't feel like as dry as it does when I use like the eucalyptus or the tea tree oil one, but sometimes I also feel like the hemp rose one didn't get my locks as clean as the eucalyptus and tea tree oil. But all of them work. If you need to clean your locks, they work. One thing I will say is that the product is a little liquidy. So in general, like when you read the instructions, Dr. Bronner's is marketed to be used for like multiple purposes. But I feel like the actual texture and consistency of the shampoo is a little on the thin, runny side. It does lather pretty good, but I don't know, I just feel like I run through it very fast compared to like other shampoos that are a little more thicker in consistency. So yes, overall, Dr. Bronner's, I think if you're looking for something easy to get your hands on, or if you don't know what to get, Dr. Bronner's is always a great place to start. Next up, I want to talk about Talia Waheed. So if you've watched any of like my lock videos, you guys know I'm always using like an oil from Talia Waheed. I really love their oils, and I have tried a few of their shampoos. So the first shampoo that I've tried from Talia Waheed is the Total Body Black Earth shampoo, and it's also another 2-in-1 shampoo. You can use it on your hair and your body. It's marketed to clean, condition, restore moisture hair, hydrates and softens with black seed and extract. So again, y'all, I'm very simplistic when it comes to like shampoos. Like my goal is just to get my hair clean. With this one, I didn't hate it. Sometimes I just feel like it wasn't deep cleaning my hair enough for my personal liking. Like my hair would be clean, but I don't know, sometimes I can't explain it. I just be looking for a certain feeling when I wash my locks, and this one didn't really give me that. Like my hair was definitely clean. It didn't have a tingly sensation. I will say with this one though, it definitely did a good job at keeping my locks like soft, so that was a plus, but I just wasn't really crazy about it. I'll buy a shampoo and I'm gonna use it until I run out. So that was just one of the ones that I purchased, and I used it until I ran out, but I never repurchased it again. Not a bad shampoo, I just personally, it didn't give me any fuzzy feelings. It was just really a basic shampoo. But if you're looking for something to moisturize your locks, I definitely think it's good, but does it give me that like deep cleaning feeling? No. The next shampoo from Talia Waheed that I have tried is the Stimulating Herbal Cleanser shampoo. If you've seen my last like wash and retwist video, I was using this shampoo. I feel like it does clean my hair really well. It does have that tingly sensation. It's not too drying. However, if you watch that video, I told you guys that I wasn't too crazy about like the consistency of the shampoo. So it's kind of like a jelly almost. I felt like I was wasting a lot of the product because it didn't have enough movement for me. So like when you pour it in your hand, it would just kind of clump in my hand, and sometimes it would just slide right on out of my hand in the clump. I feel like I had to work a little harder to make sure that it was like actually you know, moving and spreading throughout my head, just because it is like very jelly like. It doesn't have a lot of movement, if you get what I'm saying. I feel like when you shampoo should kind of have some movement to move throughout your hair, right? And with locks, again, we want them to penetrate the locks. So I just feel like I had to work a little harder to mix in the shampoo and massage it into my hair. It didn't have enough movement for me, but overall, like, it does clean my hair good. I don't think that I will be repurchasing it once I run out. I'm almost out of it, so I don't really intend to repurchase it. But overall, it does clean my locks very well. I don't know, I feel like I gotta work too hard with that. The next shampoo that I can like remember trying, from the Organics line, and it's the tea tree oil shampoo. Again, like I told you guys, I love like tea tree shampoos. What I remember from this one, it's been a while since I used it, but again, another solid shampoo. It gave me that tingly sensation. I don't recall having any issues using it. It was really like a solid shampoo. I used to use like a lot of the Organics line and brand before I locked my hair, so yeah. But I know that Organics has kind of been in like headlines lately for some lawsuits and some stuff about people hair falling out. I don't know too much about it, so don't quote me on nothing, but I do know that they were in like headlines recently for some of their products. But I personally don't recall having any problems with their products. But like with anything, whatever you put in your body, on your body, in your hair, always make sure that you do your own personal research, because we all react differently to products. Products also work differently per person. But I have used some Organics shampoos on my locks. I personally didn't have any issues with them. And then the last shampoo that I can like really remember off the top of my head is the Tea Tree Oil shampoo. Again, another tea tree oil shampoo. I feel like I was using this one when I had my lock extensions, and overall I love the products. Like, always cleaned my locks really good. I had my lock extensions at the time, so I really had even more hair on my head. I felt like it did a great job at cleaning like my natural locks and my lock extensions. Only thing is that I purchased this one kind of on a fluke at what was that, Marshall's or something, one of them stores one day, and I seen it and kind of purchased it on a fluke, and I never kind of really seen it anywhere else again. I don't know, I may have to go to like Sally's or something or order online. Definitely a brand that I don't really see like at my beauty supply stores, but it is out there somewhere if you do want to try it out. I do like this shampoo, but it's just not that accessible. I mean, I honestly haven't done much research on where to buy it, but outside of just coming across it one time at the store, I haven't repurchased it because I'm all about accessibility. I just sometimes you just want to run in the store and grab your shampoo and get out of there. So yeah, I haven't repurchased this one, but it is a solid shampoo. But yeah, those are just some of the ones that I can like think of that I've tried. Again, I don't really have any favorites. I'm pretty like simple. I just want my locks to be clean. I want something that's accessible and easy to work with, and I'll be trying all kind of shampoos, honestly. Like, as soon as I run out of a bottle, I will go see what else I can find to try out on my locks. If you have any recommendations of shampoos that you would like me to try, definitely let me know, because I'm always open to trying something new. Hope one day I can find like a favorite, but it's shampoo, y'all. Just make sure you're washing and cleaning your locks, okay? And the last thing that I wanted to touch on before we close out this video is conditioning. I feel like when it comes to conditioning, there's a lot of like varying opinions. There are some people who believe that you shouldn't condition your locks at all. There are some people who believe that you should condition your hair just as often as you did with loose hair. I'm kind of in the middle. What I will say is that if you do choose to use conditioner on your locks, the most important thing is just to make sure that you are rinsing your locks out completely after you condition your hair, right? Because cream products aren't always recommended for locks because of the potential buildup. A lot of cream products tend to kind of sit on top of the strands of your hair, and once they sit there, they'll just keep collecting, and that's how the buildup happens. And you can't always see like the inside of your locks, so you do want to make sure that if you are using a cream based product on your locks, you are washing and rinsing your hair completely and regularly. So using conditioner every time you wash your hair, I don't think that that's necessary, but you also won't ruin your locks using it every once in a while. And I also think that there are exceptions and rules to using conditioner, right? So early on in your lock journey, I don't think that it's really necessary. When you're still in your starter lock phase, I would personally recommend against conditioner. When you think of conditioner, conditioner normally gives your hair more slip. A lot of people use it to detangle, and in your starter lock phase, you want the opposite to happen, right? You want your hair to tangle, so you don't want to use products that are kind of marketed towards detangling your hair. However, if you have chemically processed hair, such as like color, if you bleach your hair, you absolutely want to get on a moisture treatment, and in those cases, I do think that conditioning your locks is necessary. Again, maybe not every time, but you do want to be on some type of like conditioning routine. I started my locks with color treated hair, so I just personally want to make sure like I restored moisture back to my hair. I don't condition my hair every time, but if I feel like my locks are dry, or if I do a coloring process on my hair, I will condition it. So for the most part, I have maintained my locks myself, but I did go to a loctician one time and she did condition my hair, and my boyfriend was going to her for a while and she would condition his hair every time. I didn't mind her conditioning my locks. Like I said, I had color treated hair, so I don't mind conditioning. And I would assume that since she could see my locks, she's making sure to rinse them completely and rinse all the products out. Like I said, I think it kind of varies, and it will vary person to person. If you do feel like your locks are kind of dry, or you feel like they need to be conditioned, I would recommend doing a hot oil treatment over doing like a deep conditioning treatment. I would honestly recommend incorporating hot oil treatments into your regimen. I do feel like you get better results with hot oil treatments. And now that I'm talking about it, just made me realize that I need to do a hot oil treatment on my locks the next time I wash. But yeah, so yes, you guys, that is going to be it for this video. Again, I am not a professional, but these are just my thoughts as it relates to shampooing and conditioning, things that have worked and haven't worked for me. Per usual, if you have any questions or any suggestions for my next lock chat video, definitely leave a comment down in the comment section and I will do my best to get that taken care of. But thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Snatched by Sharmel, and I will see you beautiful people in my next video. Bye.